What is up, guys? UGA Devil Hunter here, or the Devil Hunter, now with this whole new name change bullshit. Today I'm going to be redoing my video on how to increase your KDA, where I'm also going to be telling you why it's kind of pointless. In my last video that I did on this, the audio levels were wrong, and my audio, my music, my background music was a lot more higher than it should have been, but either way, we'll get into this. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell you why KDA is not really that important. KDA is not important because most pro players, I mean, they should. I assume that's why you want a good KD, you want to look impressive and such. Most pro players have a KD of about 1.0 due to the fact that, they play people their own skill level. If you're a champion, say 20 and 20 up to 1, and then you're playing champions around, I don't know, 20 up to 1 as well, somewhere, so you're both along in that same 20 to 1 gap, top 20 gap. Your KD is going to roughly be about equal each game, because you're not playing bad kids that'll let you go on these mad 30 kill streaks. Well, not 30 kill streaks, but you know what I mean. You won't have a kill count of 30 and 5 at the end of the game against champ players, even if you are a champ, and that's pretty much why it is pointless. I mean, only time I've ever seen KDA actually mean anything to me personally is when I have to do my placement matches. My placement matches in arena, obviously you want a good KDA, but you also want the wins, so don't sacrifice KDA for win. A win-loss rate, a higher win-loss ratio, or higher win percentage, sorry, is going to be what you want over the idea of, just having a high kill count and say 5 losses, because all you want to do is go slay. I think another thing to do would probably be, just don't really worry about it too much. But anyway, I'll go over these few tips now. So, number one, I'd say go for Griff Ball. If you didn't catch this in my last video, these are the ones that I initially said. One, play Griff Ball, and basically at the start of the game, run off to the far left corner. When the enemies spawn in, just spawn kill and rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, and eventually you'll have a high KD provided you know what you're doing. Just got to be careful about your teammates and how aware the enemy team is. Another one was infection. Infection is a brilliant way. If you're good at infection, you can rack up a high KDA pretty easy. I normally check other opponents' stats on that one just in case, because a lot of people try to call me out with my KD, which is kind of funny because, I've had 3.3 KDA people call me out on my negative 0.01 and shit, and he's just got digged on. It was his bad. He shouldn't have started trash talking. I did try to avoid it, but hell. Another way was you could use BTB. BTB, rather than going rushing out into the middle of the battle, stay back, use your BR, use your DMR, whatever the hell you have available to you. Just pick people off, don't engage in fights, just deal with it, sit back, get the kills. And basically do stuff like camp the flag carrier. Basically, the best way though that I've found recently, and I'm sorry to everyone who I've came across recently in Covenant Slayer, but for some strange reason, Covenant Slayer, I've been matched with kids that have a lot lower skill than me. I mean, I've had a game where I've gone 27 and 12. Or they've gone 22 and 7, and I'm seriously racking up some big kill counts, and you wouldn't pull that off in normal games, and it's strange how I'm doing it. I don't get what's going on. I think the matchmaking is I know there's supposedly a hidden matchmaking rank, so people will suggest that you throw your first game, but I noticed that I had played a lot of infection recently. Obviously I'm not going to come first every game, and I have got easier games in the social playlist, and I don't know what's really going on with that, But yeah, that seems to be how it's working out. But yeah, I think the best way currently I've definitely seen is Covenant Slayer. So if you're like, I don't know, a plat player, you know, you're suffering with low KDAs and you really want to go stat boost, you can jump into Covenant Slayer. I personally only play this game because I find it fun, you know, starting off with carbines and storm rifles instead. I love the carbine. Back in Halo 3, that was like the one weapon I'd run to right off the get-go and just murder kids with that. I think another one for me was the fact that it's different. It's the only social Slayer playlist going, and it's great. It literally is great. You know, 343 are getting on their feet. They're doing something that actually benefits the whole community. I did want a social Slayer playlist, but I wasn't expecting Covenant Slayers, to be honest. I know apparently it's been around before, but I think if anything, what they should have done is just give us social Slayer or throw, like, I don't know, groups of play types into it. You know, so have a game mode rotations on it, so you could have, I don't know, team snipers, since that's getting removed. You know, you could have Covenant Slayer, you could have, I don't know, whole old Halo CE Slayer. Don't know what this guy was doing. He chased me the whole game for 3 kills. You know, you could have, you know, Halo 2 Slayer maybe, but they only have the Halo 2 weapons. You start off with Halo 2 BRs. You know, so it's pretty damn cool that this starts to take notice. But I would like to see a social Slayer playlist composed of all these, because none of them getting off topic here. That would really boost population. I mean, if you think about it, a social Slayer playlist that has all these great game types in it, the people who, like, you know, stop playing because a certain game type was gone, or don't play as much because that game type was gone, if they put it all into one playlist, that would be great for the community. They'd all probably come back to that one playlist, jump in, play some social Slayer, and then great, we're golden. But anyway, that's it from me. There were some tips to help increase your KDA. Also, like I said, you shouldn't really worry about it. If you really worry about it, you worry about it. But anyway, that's it from me, the Devil Hunter, and peace out.